Hi, it's Sue from Savory Living, and in today's video, we're going to tackle pan sauces. Learn how to do them. They're quick, they're healthy, and they're delicious, and they're a great way to combine all of the elements in your meal together and to lend different flavors to the things you know you want to eat more of. Pan sauces are really easy once you understand how they're constructed. So make sure you check out your technique and idea sheet that's in your program materials. I cover the 3 simple components and steps to creating a pan sauce. And then I give you examples of some traditional ones like tomato, a balsamic pan sauce, a red wine vinegar sauce, the piccata sauce that people love, and an olivina sauce. So here's how it works. You start with a fat and an aromatic, and you saute that in your pan. I recommend olive oil, great monounsaturated oil. For an aromatic, it's usually garlic. Do you want to use onion? Do you want to use shallot? Maybe some leek? And then after that's soft and gotten going and working together well in the pan, you add your sour and your acid note. That could be a vinegar. That could be lemon juice. That could be fresh orange juice. It could be a little bit of sherry. A little bit of alcohol too if you want to use a wine at this point. You flavor your sauce after that. You let things cook down for a bit, and then you get a sense of what's missing. Does it need some salt? Does it need a little bit of sugar to sweeten it up? Could it benefit from a sour note with the cheese? You decide. You can have your pan sauce ready in probably no longer than about 5 minutes, and then you use it all over everything on your plate. So the sauce I want to take you through today is how to get more vegetables into those pan sauces. So we're going to use that technique, but we're going to start with a vegetable. In this case, I'm in the mood for artichokes, green olives, some lemon and some garlic, which becomes the base of my sauce. So what I do is I take those ingredients, I put them in my food processor with a little bit of oil, and I blend it up. It's going to get loud, so hold on. And this vegetable puree is where I start. So I put this in the pan and I heat it up. And I'll show you what that looks like. Right now, it's a tapenade of sorts, and that's the way you want to think about it. So what I want to do is add more oil to the pan to heat it up. And if I wanted to add more of a broth, I would add it in the next step, not in this step. So I'm going to put that onto medium heat, and I'm going to use my whisk to get it going in the pan. And I let that cook. And what I'm doing is I'm merging the flavors together, and they're melting together. And you can hear it as it sizzles and cooks. And I'm going to go into my fridge and get some broth. I'll turn that down a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit of broth into my sauce. And I'm going to let that cook. Oh, it's yummy. So I turn it down to a simmer, and I'll show you what it looks like. So there's bits of the artichoke, bits of the green olive in there. And I can say, you know what, I'm going to serve this up as is, or I want to puree this and get this totally smooth. I'm a big fan of the textures in this, so I'm going to leave it this way. And let me show you how you plate it up. I've tasted it, and it seems good to me. I don't need anything. I don't need a sweet note. It has a really good sense of the vinegar and the acid note already. I could put a little cheese on it if I were eating dairy today, but let's just take a peek at what we do. So I'm assembling my plate. I know I want 2 parts of it to be vegetables, so I have some steamed and already cooked wax beans. I've got some broccoli, some snap peas. I even have some cooked kale, collard greens, or even just raw spinach on my plate. And then I use the sauce to unify everything and to give it flavor. So you see how the sauce is really what connects everything on the plate, and it also lends a different taste profile to these beautifully cooked, delicious vegetables. Put a little bit more on. And with my girls, I love to use it as a dipping because they love to use their hands and their forks and get things dipping and moving, and I'm going to take a bite of this. It's delicious. So get saucing. Look at your technique and idea sheets. There's a bunch of great sauce ideas in this section of the program. And until we meet again, live well, eat well, be well.